This game sucks. That seems to be the general consensus about Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, but I just plain disagree with that outright. I love this game. It was my first Castlevania game, and I don't think it's that bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to LP this game, and with all the flaws and gripes, I'll point them out, and I'll do my best to make my own rebuttals, though people do have points at places. Anyway, you can either use your password or your game start. We don't have a password. Let's just start this baby from scratch. So here we go. What's going on? First thing to do is buy a white crystal. I'm confused! Oh my god, what's going on? This isn't a linear action platformer at all. This is like some sort of RPG bullshit. Yeah, pretty much. Castlevania 2 is one of those weird sequels for the NES that differentiates entirely. They didn't have a formula, so they were like, let's make an entirely new thing. So these people were telling us the first thing we need to do is to buy a white crystal. There's the person, but what do we buy them with? Hearts! Hearts are your money in this game. Currency, but we're not buying a white crystal right now. Instead, we want to go to this nice shrouded person and buy holy water for 50 hearts. You start the game with 50 hearts, we have none, you see our stats, time, experience, level, and wit and stuff. There's a whole bunch of stats, that, some of which don't mean much. You gotta love that clinking. The holy water just doesn't cost any hearts to use. So how do you get more hearts to buy that white crystal? You kill things. Now this is an aspect people like about the game, the music. This here's Bloody Tears, it's a Castlevania classic tune, and it's been remixed a billion gajillion times in other games to follow, along with Vampire Killer in the beginning and all yada 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 yada. So this is what you do in Castlevania 2. Instead of a linear action platformer where you run from the left to right and up and down, doing perilous jumps and dodging goddamn Medusa heads, you run around an overworld, collecting hearts, finding clues. It's sort of like Zelda 2, and Zelda 2 is also a game that most people don't really like compared to the other Zeldas. And Zelda 2 is also a game that I love and think gets more shit than it deserves. Yeah, well, Castlevania 2 and Zelda 2 are sort of like... they're kind of different, kind of the same. Oh! Hey, guess what? Oh no! What? There's a box on screen! I can't play the game! Oh, what's going on? The game's that was like 8 seconds where I couldn't play the game! Oh, this is bullshit! Stop complaining. 8 seconds! Are you really... It's a bit annoying, maybe, but... Anyway, this is Castlevania 2's other little innovative dealio. Every 3 minutes or so, the game will throw up a text box that says, "What a horrible night to have a curse!" And everything will go to night. In night, the enemies have double health, but they give you double hearts. That's what I've been collecting. I'm trying to get 50 of these motherfuckers so I can buy that white crystal, because I need it. Trust me, that thing is essential. Well, let's just go back to town. Oh no! There are monsters in the town as well. And everything's holed up, and you can't go buy anything because everyone has their doors barricaded because there are goddamn zombies running around! I used to call them witches as a kid. I didn't know any better. I was like 9. That's a church. You can heal yourself in the church by praying to the divine power of the Lord. But you can't do that at night because the priest has the goddamn place barricaded because zombies. I would edit this. I am going to edit it in the future. You are not going to see me ever do this again, but I just want to show you that it only takes like 3 minutes max, this running around the town. 3 minutes! And you need to get hearts anyway. And the text box is only up for 8 seconds. Are you really gonna nitpick about 8 seconds without playing your video game? It's a silly gripe, really. I don't know why they did that. I'm not saying it's a perfect design decision, but I thought, no. A lot of the design decisions in this game are just like, what? I can't defend every little tiny aspect of the video game. I certainly cannot. There are some things that infuriate even me, but it's not that bad. It's a good game. I love it. What was I saying? Castlevania 2 and Zelda 2 are sort of like peas in a pod. You see, Castlevania 2 here has a bit more emphasis on exploration and finding clues and whatnot, as opposed to platforming. Zelda 2 is a balls-to-the-wall platformer. Some of the jumps and shit you gotta make in that game are ridiculous. Castlevania 2 doesn't have that much of that. And it's generally a lot more lenient on death. If you game over, you're not going to be all the way back at this starting town, a la North Palace in Zelda 2. No, you're going to be plopped pretty much right back where you died. If you game over, you lose all your hearts, though. That's a drawback. That's a pisser. So, that is unfortunate. So don't die, pretty much, is what I'm saying to you right now. Also, oh no! Another 8 seconds to go from night to day again. Oh god, Castlevania 2. Oh, what were you thinking, Konami? They were thinking they wanted to be innovative. That's what they were thinking. So let's just pray to God and get ourselves healed. How many hearts did I earn from that? And even 100. That ain't bad. So now we can go buy our white crystal and go to town. Well, wait, we are in town. I mean, go to a... Okay, we've got the crystal. Crystals are very important. You're gonna need crystals to beat the game. You start with this white one, which does a very special thing you'll see in a moment. The crystals are also a source of infinite frustration for everyone involved. Alright, so we've got our crystal, we've got our holy water. Where are we gonna go now? Well, that pertains to the plot of the game. We're heading to a mansion. What the heck is a mansion, you ask? Well, it's like a dungeon. I think it's a weird localization term. It's sort of like a fortress-y thing. It's infested with monsters. Why the heck is Mr. Simon Belmont going there? You see, that again, that pertains to the plot of the game. It's an 8-bit game. Really, the plot only kind of matters. Basically, when you beat Dracula in the original Castlevania, he cursed Simon Belmont. And now Simon Belmont has been enduring, like, torture for 7 years and is near death. In order to stop the curse, he has to find Dracula's 5 body parts hidden in the 5 mansions all across Transylvania, take them back to Castlevania and burn them or something. It's a weird plot, and some people might say, well, why are Dracula's body parts hidden in mansions? And you people are bad people for putting the logic in video games. You might as well ask, well, why didn't Dracula just rain lightning down on Simon Belmont when he was at level 1 and kill him and end the game? Because then the game would be over, you idiots. What do you want? Do you want fun or realism? Do you want me to make a game where the wizard rains lightning down on you on the first screen and you die instantly? That's your realistic game right there, buddy! You want it? Oh, I see you've gone off on a tangent. Oh dear. Oh look, we made it to the mansion. We won't explore it just yet. I think we'll save that for the next video. Anyway, this has been part 1 of Let's Play Castlevania 2. I've been Freezing Inferno. See you next time!